A chilling reminder of what our society has become. About 200 girls abducted from their school in Borno State, northeast Nigeria, over 2 years ago. They may be missing, but they are certainly not forgotten, as their plight has been echoed in and outside the shores. And has been given a masterstroke through this exhibition at the Terra Culture Gallery in Lagos by veteran artist Kolade Oshinowo, who voices his concern through a medium which speaks louder than words.
It's not worth the while. If I have done the work and people come here and they have difficulty in relating to it, I don't believe in that. I try to sensitize people through my art, and I try to paint pictures that will make them want to come back over and over again, because it's a work that will engage them. It's a work that they can relate to.
Over 50 works of art, some in portraiture and scenery, touch on the spillover of the violence which has led to thousands becoming displaced in a land they once called home.
When you go through his works, they kind of invite you to come look at them and think. But when you look at this work, you want to think a bit more. You see the girls in despair. Actually, the title of this work is Cries from Sambisa. And I think there was a time in our national history when the whole attention of the nation was focused on what was going on in Sambisa with the Chibok girls. And when you just stand and look at this work, it takes you back to that moment when the whole world was crying for the Chibok girls. But now you're trying to see the girls themselves, and you're trying to think, I'm like, what are they thinking about? What exactly is going through the minds of all these girls right there? This particular piece for me, I think, should be in a museum somewhere. I don't think it should be in a private collection.
This and a lot of works in display speak of evolution of time in the society, tolerance, unity, harmony, survival, vanity, spirituality, family, the everyday hustle and bustle, occupation, celebration, on the ingredients that make life what it is.
Some of the works are very topical because there are things that are happening now. And it's difficult for anyone not to be able to relate to any of the works here. Essentially, that's the role of the artist.
And for the artist, his message is to create awareness on the need for people to pitch in, be the change they want to see, and stop paying lip service to the cause, as the time to act is now.
I call attention to various aspects of our lives. I may not be able to solve problems, but I can highlight them through my works, through my drawings, and thereby living in their consciousness some of those issues that they may go back and begin to think about. For instance, the Sambisa forests. A lot of Nigerians didn't know about Sambisa until the 14th of April, 2014, when the Chibok girls were kidnapped. Some were wondering, Sambisa, where is Sambisa? But that place has been there for ages, as a forest reserve. Although it has taken on some kind of notoriety now, but it was a forest reserves, that the colonial government left. But then the girls were snatched and taken into the forest. Now Nigerians know about that forest, and they want government to do something about the rescuing those girls and all those that have been, kidnapped and abducted.
and the message appears to be well received.
You can see that this is someone who knows Nigeria. This is someone who has been around. This is someone who is, who actually I say, carries the identity of Africa in all his work. Of course, when talking about his techniques, he has very interesting techniques. Some of the works are mixed media and they blend so well. He pays excruciating attention to details. You can see the detailing in some of his works. In fact, when you look at his works, they kind of like welcome you. When I go into exhibitions and I'm going through works, I'm always looking for that work that will be like, yeah, come, think about me. You know, when you look at his work, you kind of want to think a little bit more about what message he's really trying to pass across. And coming in through the door and walking around, I know this is someone who has been around. This is someone who is telling the Nigerian story better than most Nigerian artists.
The exhibition, titled Changing Times, is endorsed by a living legend who is proud to see how this artist has grown over the years.
Oshinowo is a master. And anytime he comes out with a show like this, there's something new, there's something very exciting, and it's newsworthy. The works on the wall, masterly, fantastic, and no one will leave the show disappointed.
To think back to certain time, you know, it's kind of like another structural adjustment program. When it first came, everybody had to tighten their belts, look for other avenues to express themselves, you know. The same thing is happening. It's kind of like a wise man once said, there's nothing new under the sun. What has been will always be and always come back again. So changing times, yeah, but it's going to be for the better, you know. It can't stay like this stagnant for too long.
Kolade Oshinowo's exhibition attempts to show how time has changed man, or is it man that has changed time? Both share a connection that cannot be separated, but hopefully can be improved upon for the benefit of mankind.
Born in Iragbiji, Osun State, southwest Nigeria in 1940, Moraina Oyelami began his career as an artist in 1964. He studied technical theatre, specializing in design at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, where he later taught traditional music from 1975 to 1987. The idea behind the Oshogbo art experiment was to bring together young, creative people without formal art training and encourage them to paint from the heart. The experiment was such a success that today, Oshogbo has become the center of an art movement in Nigeria with an ever-growing group of artists. A man of many parts, Mr. Oyelami was a founding member of the late Duro Ladipo Theatre Company, performing as an actor and musician. He toured with the group to the Berlin Festival of Art in 1964 and the first Commonwealth Arts Festival in the United Kingdom in 1965. The themes in Oyelami's works are mainly derived from Yoruba culture. The people, their facial features and markings are a particular favorite. Their way of life, the ceremonies and festivals. Little wonder then that he's always involved in the Osun Oshogbo Festival.
You can enjoy ArtHouse on any of these platforms.
And with that, we've come to the end of another exciting edition of ArtHouse. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. And hit me up online. You know, all our platforms, we're always anxious to hear from you.